Yo, what's up? Let's kick this thing off. Press the magic button to do the Twitters. Okay, starting a little bit late today. It's 1:17 against our published start time of 1, but I'm your host, Josh Wulf. Gonna be coding live today, doing some more Ember programming for Magicraft. We're listening to Silk music. This is Max Flyant and Shingo Nakamura. Only Silk 4 Deep House mix. Shingo Nakamura, Max Flyant. 27 progressive house, trance, deep house, and chill out cuts. Okay, coding. We can do some. Interesting. Okay, let's run Ember serve here. I haven't touched this since last week. Been working on other parts of the stack. Hello. Keyed into gear. Okay, Ember serve is starting up. It's pretty cool. Move this little puppy over here. So you can see the Babel transpiler doing its thing down here. And then, yeah, throws a few kind of warnings. The errors, but it doesn't, the Babel transpiler will throw the error, but it won't stop, whereas TypeScript will like exit on an error if you're using the TypeScript compiler. Okay, so I think it will automatically, let's have a look. Does it automatically pop up the, nope. Didn't automatically pop it up. Just click on that. It's gone to the wrong one. We'll pull it over. Join the party, my friend. Ding. Log in with GitHub. We're using Auth0 for authentication. Pretty easy to set up. A little bit tricky to get it to redirect to the correct route when it comes back, but we got it to work. Okay. So it's not working because it wants a dev version of the database server running. Do we have one? Yes, yeah, that one. So in another window here, I'm going to npm run npm run dev, npm run start dev, I think. Run start dev, yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's starting up. That's good. And then if we go back here, once it starts, we should be able to start in compilation in watch mode. So this is a Nest.js server in the back end. Found 0 errors, waiting for changes, loading. Oh. Well, that's a problem. Can't connect to the Zeebe server. That's okay, we can fix that. Let's have a look at the package.json file. So it's trying to connect to a local Zeebe server. So npm run start dev, and then what I do here is I'll just put Zeebe address, Zeebe underscore address equals, and then I put in the address of my hosted Zeebe server. Zeebe is a microservices orchestration platform, and people are doing real interesting stuff with it. I'm using it for orchestrating pretty much the whole system in a single place with BPMN visibility and doing things like running email campaigns. So it's kind of can be like Infusionsoft. Let's try this. Is this gonna work? Should work. Should work and does work. Two different things. Boom. Does work. Reload the page. Thank you. Let's go to the editor. Okay. A few things we could do. We could cache the Monaco editor on the client in order to speed up the loading speed, but I'm not going to do that right now. That's an optimization. I need to get the basic functionality down. So last time what we did is we worked on this editor dirty, discard the changes. At the moment, when you come in here and you haven't selected a spell, you're now operating on a new spell, but you haven't named the spell. It's a problem that I will address a little bit later. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a modal dialog that when you click on the new button, it pops up a modal dialog. You can enter a new name for a spell. Should I do that first, or should I do editing and saving an existing spell? I could do one or the other. That's weird. Why has that gone off the screen? I wanted to make this independently scrollable too. Oh, I see why. Okay, let's try reloading this page. That's empty. Okay, so I need to deal with the undefined state of the editor. So we're neither creating a new spell nor editing another spell. So I want to make it so that you can only, when you create a new spell, you have to specifically enter the new spell state. And the reason for that is that what I can then do is I can make it a condition on the user that to get into the new spell state, you have to give the new spell a name. In which case you wouldn't be able to rename it, but that doesn't matter because once you start typing in there, you can't rename it anyway. You can only save it. Let's build the modal dialog to begin with, just to get somewhere with something. So we're using a library called Bulma Ember. This one here, Ember Bulma. Modal dialogues. Modal. Classic modal overlay. Launch the example modal. I'm a modal. Okay. Copy. Ember composable helpers toggle. Okay, well, let's just start hacking and see what happens. So this is going to be in the editor route. Editor component. Should it be in here? No, I think it should be on the editor route. Maybe it should be a new component. This is a component. What? Oh, that's a component. And these are the route templates. So, okay, so this is the whole page. So this is the whole of this page. And then the editor component, which is in the components thing, is just this part here with these buttons. Okay. Well, let's have a look at here's the editor controller. So where do I actually, this.editor.set text. Current code, original code. Let's have a look at the component code. Okay, so the state and everything is in here. Not sure where to put it. I think I'll create a new component and then put it onto the editor page. That's where I'll start from. Try that. Don't want to get lost in overthinking things. Ember new component. Building a simple component. Defining a component. Building a simple component. Guides. Ember tutorial. Whatever. Let's try this one. Ember component. Okay, so editor modal. Copy. So it's actually the spell name. So split my terminal here. Ember component, and it's we'll call it spell name modal. Yeah, it's a good descriptive name. Captures everything. Spell name. So spell name modal like this. Yeah, that'll do it. Ember-G component spell name modal. Should create some new kind of code components. Template component integration test. Okay, not really doing test-driven development here. Okay, good. Oh, it's an Octane component, good. Okay, let's have a look at the templates. Here's the spell name modal. So, yeah, nope. Okay, let's go back to here and we'll grab that modal code from here. Copy, paste it into here. Okay, so show modal. I guess what we'll do is we'll inject this show equals show modal on close. Yeah, okay, so this this component actually needs like a two-way kind of binding. That's how they've done a two-way binding here. So whether it's visible or not is a function of show, the property show, and then it's set by show modal, which obviously comes from, you know, I don't know, the router or the controller or something. Controller probably. And then on close, so when you click on the component, you tell the component to close, the component closes, and it modifies its parent component. Oh, my stream is bouncing all over the place, man. Let's change to my phone. So I'll stop the stream. Yo, what's up? I'm back. Okay, we're building a modal component in Ember, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I only got 2 skills left after all these years, and that's how to Google and how to figure things out. That's it. Okay, two-way binding this thing does. It's got like some property show modal from somewhere that determines whether the modal is going to be displayed or not, and then on close, so when you interact with the component, it updates that property. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the wiring just yet. What I'm going to do first is we're going to do elements, I think forms. Yeah, form control. So this is basically we've got to do a form control of some kind. Tailwind CSS looks really cool, but I'm not going to mess with that now. Okay, so basically I want to put an input. So I'm just going to copy this. Div class box, whatever. Paste in this. Save auto format. So we've got a control placeholder as spell name, and then we have to populate this with a name if the spell already has a name. Mutate some value in the controller. Okay, I was just making the whole thing wrong. It's like, God, what is this? The 60s? Okay, got to figure out where to locate the data for these things. Well, save this anyway. Okay, on action, mutate some value. So you got that component. Where's the controller for the component? Doesn't have one. Anyway, let's go to the editor page. And then we'll just whack this thing in here and see what happens. Yep. Where's the component code? Components, spell name modal. Okay, so just grab this, copy this. Okay, it's probably mutating the sum value of this thing. Okay, so if we go in here, and then, I don't know, make a constructor. I'm guessing the first thing that we need to do in here is call the super of the superclass, the constructor of the superclass. Yeah, okay, it needs arguments probably. Yep, there you go. You happy now? Oh. Now you happy? No. What doesn't it like? What's the problem? Expected 2 arguments. Okay, maybe I need to pass in this. Nope. Oh. Let's have a look at another one. Owner. Args. Okay. Okay, I got no idea what I'm doing here. We'll just copy it and see what happens. Paste. Copy and paste. In which case, we're going to go copy. Paste it in here. Ta-da! Made it go green, so hopefully it'll work. Okay, so if we have a look at... It needs some property called show modal. So I'll declare that on the class. Show modal, type boolean, I guess, yeah. We'll just say true. There we go. So that it'll automatically show up to begin with. Change that later. And then there's some value. I guess we'll just change this to spell name. Spell name. Are you doing it right or are you doing it wrong? Don't know. Copy this. Go in here. Nah. Here. Let's whack it in here. Let's type it in then. Spell name. And it will be of a type string, right? String, yo. And then to begin with, we'll just say some spell name, just placeholder text. Some spell name. I reckon there's a storm coming, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, I think this music's a little bit too chill for me. I need something a bit more kind of epic. This is kind of a bit Jamiroquai, like, woo, chill. Deep House. Yeah. Deep House. Land of the Rising Sun. Dead Mouse is good, but I don't know if my... I mean, this is good. Like, this would be, like, at some point after, like, an intense... Best of Vintage and Morelli. Let's try this. Progressive House. And Trance. Dun dun dun. Best of LTN. I'm surprised so few people listen to this kind of music. When I listen to Vintage and Morelli for You, I feel that I'm one with the universe. There's no death, no fear, no wars, no poverty, only bliss and pure joy. By far the only song that gives me goosebumps every single time I listen to it. Please make more songs with this kind of energy. Peace to y'all. It's great. Vintage and Morelli. Okay, we'll give this one a go. Anyway, back to the code. Okay. So this thing hot reloaded. Yep. Let's see what happens if I go back to the app. Reload. Okay. Did I remember? No, I didn't. I didn't include it in the page. So if we go here, we're gonna whack it in here somewhere. That's the editor component. Here's the editor page. So we're gonna put it on the page, right? So just go spell name modal. I think. Spell name modal. I think it was all just one word lowercase like this. Spell name modal. Yeah, let's just go like that and see what happens. Save. Incorrect indentation, whatevs. That's like formatting stuff. Boom. Nice. So, developer tools. Let's have a look at what blew up. Can't find component spell name modal. Did not like it. Can't find this component here. Because it's got a capital M in it. Copy. Spelling mistakes, man. One of the largest classes of problems, and type safety saves that, but this Ember convention by configuration, but without type checking. Not such a huge fan. Not such a huge fan. Now what you're complaining about. Toggle is not a helper. Hi, guy. 3.1 we should be looking at anyway. Okay, so it says it uses Ember composable toggle helper. So Ember, I guess I just look for toggle to begin with. Toggle helper, that's the one. Yep. Dead simple toggle helper. Ember composable helpers. Oh, I have put that composable helpers in. I have got the composable helpers installed already. And then in Ember, there's some kind of build type package thing. This one? Yep. Okay. It says it has toggle. So what was the complaint? Toggle is not a helper. Okay. So, let's Google the error. Copy. Oh my goodness. Copy. Paste. Nope. Paste. Paste. Things you should never do with Ember template helpers. Video. And we can't load it. Boo. Toggle. Configuration Ember CLI build.js. Okay, let's look again. Only composable helpers. Ember composable helpers only. Toggle. Dude, dunno. I'm not going to change frameworks midstream. Oh. Dude, that's a subtle error, that one. Thank you, baby Jesus. That was a subtle error. Type checking wouldn't even catch that. Yay, a different error. Good. No, not a different error. Same error. Let's try it again. Ember serve. Wow, man. Thrilling watching all the thrills of debugging Ember. Okay, this track sounds a little bit more like it. It's a little bit too chill, man. I need something more epic to make me feel like I'm on an epic quest instead of just struggling with my, Yay! Loving it. Okay, something went really wrong there with the modal. But any whizzles, it works. Oh, this is these guys. I'm a fan. I like this track. It's that kind of snare on the 2 and the 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so we need to add a button to that thing. Text area, radio, checkbox, control. Where's the button? Where's the button? Okay, so first name, select. That's this one here, English, Espanol. Text area. That's pretty cool. Then a checkbox. Radio buttons. Okay, buttons must be in a different components. Nope, elements. Buttons. Maybe an info button. Let's try that. Okay, so we need this. Copy that. Spell name modal. Oh. Copy. Absolutely hellish the way Control C and Control V flip between Visual Studio Code and Chrome. It's like an additional level of madness. It's on my list of things to do is to write the keyboard mappings correctly. On mouse down button, and then we should say submit, new, rename. Depends on whether you're renaming it or not. New, submit, okay. That's the easiest thing. But then contextually we'll modify this to be either like new or create new or rename. Because we're going to reuse it for both. Yo, I'm not seeing that button. Probably because I stuck it inside the control, so. Save. My button action not found, so I'm just going to say click OK. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's interesting. No, that key was there. So click OK. Now I'm imagining that this code is a method of this class here. Oh. Ah. Got to annotate it with action. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Okay, so here we say is info. Equals true. Equals yours truly. Okay. That'll make it go blue, and then I want to do pull right equals true. I think that's what the class is called. Yeah, pulled right. Like that. Equals true. Equals true story, bro. Nope. Okay. Go back to the modifiers. Is pulled right. Paste. Save. Yeah. That doesn't quite work. Anyway, it doesn't have to look good, it just has to work. This is a weird error. It's a weird error because I don't expect to see that. Use the mouse. Let's try this. Not including Bootstrap's JavaScript. Tree shaking. Well, let's have a look in the issues in GitHub and see if someone else reported it. 16 issues open. Could be related. Toast notifications. One-way data binding for all. Okay, there's only 2 pages of closed errors, which is good. Hero content positioning, yep. Optional tree routing. Okay, modal, preventing the demo. Null. Conditionally setting the show. Some kind of insect crawling on the wall. Is there a way to do toast notifications? Toaster. Ember toaster. Uses jQuery. Okay, move to one-way data binding for all input elements. Ember one-way controls. Okay, it's interesting. Yeah, okay, so it sounds like $_, where do you get that from? Is it just assuming that it's, did you assume my global variables? const ember. So ember dot underscore dollar. Well, let's first of all see if there is such a thing as ember in the global scope. There indeed is. Yep. What properties does it have? Well, oh, it's got some underscores. There is no ember underscore dollar though. Ember underscore dollar. Okay, well, that gives us something else to search for. Ember dot underscore dollar. Yo, let's make this like literally what we're searching for. Okay. It seems to make an assumption that jQuery is available as ember underscore dollar. I wonder if jQuery is globally available here as it is. Let's have a look. Nah, that doesn't look like jQuery. Nah. I think that's some kind of native browser thing. Okay, so Ember and jQuery is what we're looking for. Ember and the Yay query. Ember jQuery. Okay. Okay, so it looks as though yeah, okay, so Ember and jQuery. Well, let's go to the Ember.js docs and then search for jQuery and see what it says in there. Docs, yep. Ember guides. Okay, so the Yay query, man. Optional features, I saw that. Oh, that's pretty dumb. It didn't perform the way Google performs, which is not going to work for a search bar in 2019, dude. Comes by default with it. Dude, when's the last commit to this repository? Oh. Okay. Is there a more recent fork? That's the question. No one else is committing to their forks, only this dude. And he hasn't committed anything for 2 years. Well, that's pretty dumb. I think I'm betting on the wrong horse with this framework. Hasn't been maintained for 2 years. Okay. Thing is, I'm already so far down. In terms of what I've created, so I don't want to go back on that. So I may add another, or I might just have to fork this guy's code and maintain it myself. That's the other way to do it. $_ is not a function. Back burner. I wonder what that does. Kind of African sounding, but it's not so far from like Indian drumming either. Village drumming. Now I'm like, do I dive into node modules and mod the code on the fly to see what will happen? Do I figure out why this doesn't work as expected? I mean, is there such a thing as ember.dollar? Well, let's get clear on this jQuery integration if I've turned it off. Maybe I turned it off. How do I turn it off? Go. Copy. See what features are currently enabled. jQuery is enabled. Adds jQuery to the Ember application. Well, it says that you can do this. Let's try this. Ugh. Ember.dollar is not a function. Let's have a look at sources. Where's jQuery? It reckons jQuery is enabled, but I don't see it. Network. Let's reload. JS files. This I could slow it. I could totes lighten that. Vendor. So it could be bundled. It says jQuery is enabled. It's used for event handling. APIs like this. Well, let's try this. In components. So go inside one of my components. I just want to eliminate that. And then in the constructor, we'll just call it here and see what happens. Yo, what's up? I didn't like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not a function. There is no jQuery, dude. jQuery is not enabled. It says jQuery is enabled, but I do not believe it. jQuery integration. Let's have a look at the RFC. Make jQuery optional. Well, let's try this. Ember install, I think. Let's try it. Ember install. Yep. And then what we want to Ember install is Ember jQuery. Let's see if this fixes it. Am I hopeful? I don't know. There is no hope. Why don't you pull the plug? I think what turns most people off programming is just the incredible complexity of the ecosystem of software, especially in the front end. The rapid pace of mutation, like the way things change so fast. This is the third time I've written this app in maybe 2 or 3 years. Some of the ideas about how things work I can leverage again, but specifically, dude, the frameworks change, the names remain the same. No, still doesn't like it. Let's just try rebuilding this thing. See if that helps. Difficult to feel like you're on an epic quest when you're just like fighting with the smallest things. I know exactly what I want to achieve, but actually getting this thing to do it. So yeah, probably the main skill is just persistence, keep going, and what I see gets in the way a lot is like making things wrong, like, why is this so hard? Sometimes see rants like that on Twitter. Okay, it's rebuilt. Reload. Same error. Well, let's have a look at a few things here. Okay, so we now have jQuery. Let's have a look if jQuery is on the Ember object. Nope. Yeah, they've modified Ember so much since this framework was last updated that the way it works is completely different. It's a problem. I could use a different Ember component modal, or I could fork their repository and then modify jQuery integration. Let's try this first. So we'll look for an Ember modal component. 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, update readme. Ember wormhole. Weird. This difference introduces a certain elegance and, dare we say, joy into the experience of using modals in your app. Oh my god, I could do some joy in this right now. Live demo and test examples. Let's have a look. Basic. Do it. Stop. Modal time. I like it. Translucent overlay. Okay. Okay. You know what? I wonder if you can use Google's material design with this. I'm not a huge fan, but it's at least a well-known structured library. Ember material design. Okay. Ember paper. Ember material design. 5 days ago. 113 contributors. Ember paper. Okay, so Ember material design. Let's have a look at this one. So there's Ember paper and there's Ember material design. 5 contributors 4 years ago. That one's dead. Ember paper. That's the modal dialog one. We're not doing that. Maybe we're just going to do this. Typography. Formatting, description, quotes, addresses. Yeah. Color and theme. Forms. A paper form. Okay. Components. Okay, so for the components I need like some kind of panel where I can do this this thing. That's fine. Oh yeah, these tabs. Why this doesn't work anymore. Goodness. Dude, I'm questioning my life choices right now. Should I have used Ember? Should I use material? Should I rewrite the whole thing in something else? Why is it so hard to write a web app in 2019? Could go back and do it in React. Could do it in Angular. Oh man, I got so far with a bunch of things with this thing though. Oh. Okay, should I rewrite it in a different framework entirely? That's the next question, right? Is Ember the right one? Maybe I should switch to Angular. Maybe Angular would be easier. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. You know what? I've never really looked at Angular, and it's coming up to Angular 9. Angular. Okay, here we go. It's TypeScript based. It's got better TypeScript support than the Ember does. Get started. Let's have a look. Oh, the StivNG thing. I'm not such a fan of that. What about Vue? Maybe I could do it in Vue. There's Angular, Vue, and React. Okay, I've done it once in React. I've had a crack at doing it in Ember, but I'm just meh. Vue.js. It's also Svelte.
Over the last 10 years, our web pages have become more dynamic.
Yeah, whatever. Declarative rendering. So you got to use this view bind. Okay. Okay, so man, I have to worry about the Monaco editor. Really? You're really gonna go back to first principles with this thing? Yeah, I really am. So Monaco editor, I got the Ember version. I forked that and had to change it myself. Monaco editor with Vue. On NPM. If you specify a value property, the component behaves in controlled mode, otherwise it behaves in uncontrolled mode. Webpack. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Monaco editor view. This is what happens when you try to do this with. This is a symptom of insufficient sleep. See, if I go backwards now, here's the kind of heavy lifting things: the routing, Auth0 integration, and the Monaco integration. Those are done. Now I'm actually at the last kind of 10 feet where I need to get a modal dialog to display. I just need to ghetto my way through this last part and get it working to close the loop. I should not go back and change the fundamentals because then I'm just like throwing everything away. Nope, not doing it. Okay. think it might be this thing throwing. Okay, so the best thing for me to do then is to do this. I'm going to go back and find that thing that's been unmaintained for so long. No one else is committing to it. So it's Ember Bulma. Here. I'm going to fork this repo. Fork it into Magicraft. Okay, we got it. Hasn't been updated for years. It's a piece of a beep. Yeah, man, I'm gonna make my own package out of this damn thing. This ain't stopping me. This ain't stopping me. It's not. It's not stopping me. Okay, I need to clone it down. I'm gonna make it work. That's the beauty of open source, baby. Yes, I feel a lot better now that I'm like on a definitive course of action. Ember Bulma. Yep. And then run code dot. Okay, so I'm going to change my VS Code window so you can see the one I'm working on now, which is this Ember Bulma video. There we go. Okay, so we're doing this. We're doing it. First thing we do, I'm going to cut a new branch. I don't know what we'll call this. We'll name it after that druid in Asterix called Getafix. Getafix. Ghetto fix. Get it? Let's get a picture of that guy for some inspiration. Yeah, we're just gonna stay with what we got. Double down at this point. Getafix. This guy. Remember this dude? Getafix. Yes. This was such a funny cartoon, man. Comic book. Written by a Belgian couple of guys, a couple of Belgians. Operation Getafix. Gauls and the Romans. It was kind of like a Hogan's Hero type thing. Okay, we're on the Getafix branch. Now, I've got no idea how this works, but let's find out. Components. Okay, so that was the modal that we were looking at. Modal background, modal close. Let's have a look. Close of this action. Yep. Click this close. Looks good. Escape key. Pretty cool. So this is the JS, right? See if we can find the offending code like this. It's right here. const dollar equals underscore dollar, but then down here, this looks like an error. jQuery static. Where did that get defined? Oh, okay, import dollar off Ember as underscore dollar. That's what that is. Is that what that is? I think that's what that is. Yeah, ember.dollar. So according to my calculations, is there a way for me to test my hypothesis? My hypothesis is that, let's go here. I think if we just did that, it would work. If I hit Command S, save. Run. No, it's changed it again. Editor. Save. Command S? No, that's not Command S on this keyboard. What does it think it is? Is it ASD? Yeah, okay, it thinks it's that. Let's go here. Go like this. Delete that. Save this page, and then go to the editor. Attach key handlers. Okay, so we've got to do it in two places. So we go here, and then we're going to reload the page. Here. That one. That one. Command save, and then go here. Okay, I think that if we take this out, and we just go down and do this, should work. Let's have a look. If I go like this, go to the definition. Okay. Save that. So the way I'm going to test this in production is I'm going to go back to this window, play up Ember, and when I say production I mean development. I'm going to go into my node modules. I'm going to go into at Ember. Nope. Here? Nope. Maybe down to Ember Bulma. Yep. Go in here. Go into app components. Go down to Bulma modal. Modal close. Nope. Just called Bulma modal. This one. App components. Export default from component. Let's have a look. Nope. 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 Where's the actual add-on? Components. Here we go. I'm just going to modify it straight in node modules, reload it, and then see what happens. Save that. Okay, the watcher is not watching node modules, so it's probably just watching package.json. Rebuild it. All right, it's rebuilding. We have the technology. Very salty. Mm-hmm. No error message. Okay. Okay. That actually fixes it. So, what I'm going to do now is take you back to that window. Say okay to that. It says there are 8 changes. There are 2 changes. And then I'm just going to say that this pull request is used correct jQuery. Save that. Push it to the origin. I'll open a pull request. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, semantically released. I'm going to publish my own version of the package called @magicraft Ember Bulma. Magicraft. / on that. Okay, good. Why doesn't it like that? Okay, so I got to do npm run semantic release and that'll publish it. Oh, it uses committersin. It's not going to like my previous it might even complain about having uncommitted changes in the publish. So npm run semantic release. Semantic release. So, in order to get that to work, we've got to do npm install. Waiting. Yeah. Programming on insufficient rest. So committersin controls the format of your commit messages so that you can run like automated change logs and stuff. Okay, what didn't it like? Didn't run on Travis CI. Okay. In that case, we're just gonna do this. This is a real ghetto fix, man. So manually publish. So I'm just gonna run npm publish. Okay, get the fingers on the keyboard, dude. Npm publish. Open source for the win. Got to do something like public, I think. Access public. npm. So npm publish. Access public. Yeah, double minus access public. Access public. This will do it. Okay, it's going to publish my package. Done. Okay, we're now going to use Magicraft Ember Bulma instead of Ember Bulma. Copy, yo, window, play app Ember. So you can follow along at home. To fork or not to fork? That is the question. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to npm r Ember Bulma. Is that how you do it? Who cares? That's what we're going to do. So npm r for remove, and it's called Ember. Oh, that was a weird change. Melodic Beach and Adventure, Prog House 24/7 radio. Let's try that one. Goodbye. You have failed me for the last time, Admiral. Okay, so now we're going to npm I, the new forked package that I just created. Okay, npm I Magicraft Ember Bulma. I wonder if it'll automatically pick up these components. I'm going to get some more caffeine, I think. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I need to get myself a BRB screen, I think. Had to make some coffee because my son drank the can of energy drink. Okay, so. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking about it, and I think I just pulled in jQuery for this one thing. Maybe I could rewrite it as like a native browser. No, I ain't got time for that. Who cares? If it works, I'm just going to roll on. Life is too short for premature optimization. Yeah, it works. It's fine. Okay, so good citizen thing. I didn't do a commit as in publish, so let's kind of compare and make a pull request. You know what? Before I do that, oh no, there are no pull requests open. Okay. So this happens with, it's like 3.1.13 or something. What version of Ember am I using? Package.json. Ember. 3.13.1. So at the moment with 3.13.1 of Ember, I should have a capital E, Ember. It's a small j. jQuery integration is broken in the modal. Okay, so I just want to say jQuery.integration in the modal. Technical term. And in fact, this patch fixes it. Which reminds me, what's happening with Amazon and Ian Banks? Because they were going to make a version of this a culture series. What happened with that? Feb 21, 2018. Nothing since then. Feb 21. Nothing since then. Nearly a year. Okay. No news. Files change. Let's have a look. Oh, what's it gone and done? Oh, it's gone and reformatted it. Oh well, whatever. Fuck. Oops. Pardon me. 42 closed. When's the last time that anyone... 8th of December 2018, so like a year ago. Yeah, man. Looks like I'd say our history opened that last recently closed. History. Here. And it's cool because when it opens that previously open tab, it comes with its own history. I think that I'm going to have to keep maintaining this because this is not really... Yeah. Así es la vida. This guy's asking me for help with this is a Zeebe thing, which is my Wednesday stream. BPMN service task. Copy, edit, find, paste. There are 6 of them. Okay, so there are 3 of them. One has a BPMN extension, Zeebe task definition, BPMN extension, Zeebe task definition. Okay. Weird. Take a look at that after I'm done with this. Okay. God, didn't make much progress in this time. Loose. Loosey goose. Next thing I need to do is I need to be able to trigger that modal dialog by pressing this new button. So on click of this button, I need to the way that we show the modal dialog is by setting the show modal property to true. Okay, so I probably need, in that case, to make that modal part of the editor component. Whack it in here. Yeah, I really do. Okay. So if I go in here, grab this out of here, cut, go into the editor component. There are the buttons, you got the columns, and then paste that in there, save that. So now I need to go to, let me save this, there's nothing in here now, spell name modal, right? Yeah, okay, good. What? Yeah, cut that. It needs to go into the editor component. Like that. It already has something called spell name, which is with a capital N. Like that. Save that. Actually, we don't need to. Nah, just not happy at all about that. Okay, but anyway, we need to get this action on click, and then we need to let's just cut this out of here, take it to the component and whack it in here, and then we should change the name to something more descriptive now. Where came out of here, cut, paste. See, I can't do like a right click rename. I'm gonna have to go click modal OK instead. I'm gonna have to do it manually. Copy that, save this file, go into here, paste it in there, save that. Why did I call super on this thing? Didn't need to do that. Now I'm just going to delete this stuff, like delete this modal, delete this component here, go down to this editor here, and then I can just take it out of there and it's just part of the editor component. Kind of makes sense. Ember serve, baby. invoke the modal on clicking next. New. Also, I'm clicking rename. Oh yeah, I was gonna check if I can get this Twitch chat to work. I could also put like a Twitch chat on my Stream Deck if I wrote a Twitch chat client. There must already be one on NPM, am I right? Winning. Action on click modal, and then we'll just make sure that this is actually working, and we're going to go alert. And then I'm going to do what I did with the editor, and I'm going to inject the editor somehow into here. So how did the editor get injected in here? Must be up in the controller. Is this the controller? Yes, this is the controller. Dude, I need to clean this up because I've got this initial code editor content in two places. Constructor, so we did this delegate thing here. Kinda remember that. Oh, the complexity of it. I should have cleaned this up as I was doing it, because now it's not, at the time it was clear to me how it worked, but it's not so clear now. This .editor, but go to the definition, any. But where does it actually get assigned? Find all uses at least. It just magically gets assigned somehow. Oh, trust Stack Overflow for sure. Referencing a controller to your component encapsulates its own behavior. Public methods like reload are fine. Pass the current controller to the component instead of property on the controller within the component. So I must be setting this .args .delegate. This .args.property. It must be. This must be editor, but where does that get set? where does it get set? If I have a look, editor, maybe there, I don't know. Let's run that. Let's see what happens in here. So it'll console log it out. Yeah, it's called editor. That's at editor 22. Yeah, okay, these imports get stripped. Probably, I don't know. Whatever. Inject a reference to the component. That goes up into the controller. So copy. Well, I think if we just go, where is it? Here. I don't know, does this just magically work? Let's find out. Magic. It does. Look at that. Yeah, okay, we need a cancel button in there as well then. Okay. Now. Let's have a look. Where's that new button? Okay. Hang on. Button label new. Button label save rename. Yeah. But where's this? Where's the delete button? That's the modal. So here's the modal. What am I looking at here? Because I can only see two buttons on here. I can see the new button, which has got the wrong... Oh no, okay. Right. Let's do this to make that clearer. And then we'll do the same thing here like this. Save that, save it, copy it, paste it, shift tab that, save this. This one here should be a new button action. Save that. And then we've got to create an action in here. Now, according to my calculations, let's just do it here. Action, and then we give the action its correct name, and then what we're going to do here is we're just going to say this.show modal equals true, and that should bring it up. Show. Yeah. Okay. Save that. Put a space in here. Save that. Okay. Get rid of it. Editor loads. Ting. No. Attract. Okay. No problem. We have the technology. Let's try that. Say okay to that, and then click on new. Boom. New. Okay. And then also we want to do the same thing with rename. There's a subtle difference in their behavior though. Now I have a question of, should I duplicate that modal, or should I have a single modal and then switch the behavior between the two states? 6 one half dozen the other. The DAO is not clear. Let's do the same one to start with. The DAO is not clear. Rename. Yes. Okay, let's go here and then click rename. Okay. Now what there is to do with this editor component down here, this one here, this thing is the spell name modal. Yeah, so I'll give it a good name here. Spell name modal. 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 Modal dialog. Okay. Show modal dialog. Yep. Here what we do is we do spell name equals guess what? Spell name. Undefined. Very good. Readme. Rename. I need to set focus in here. No, it's not even placeholder, it's a value. Wonder if you can actually directly set the value here. Just type it, dude. You got what it takes. You got what it takes, my man. I am a legend. Yeah, okay. Now we need to set focus, so let's figure out how to set focus on this thing. Elements. Okay, set focus, set focus. No, let's go to form controls. Set focus, states. Disabled form add-ons. Attach controls together. What does it mean to attach the controls? Whatever. There's no search here. Modifiers, maybe? Elements? Notifications, they're pretty cool. Yeah, there's some cool things in here. Layout, themes, components, tabs, panels, menu, blah, blah, blah. Modifiers. Responsive helpers, yeah. Okay. Is focused? I'm going back, I've just tabbed back to my, and I'll show you so you can see. That's the best thing. We're looking at my forked package. Okay, so in here, is centered. Okay, on close, yep. Escape handler. What I'm looking for is like some kind of focused property, but let's have a look at Well, let's just do a generic search for starters, right? Focus component. Yo. Ember. Ember component focus npm. Stack Overflow. This works, but it's not very emberish. You only want to set it to focus if it's Okay, so what we actually need is like an on-show property. So we've got an on-close event. No, I know what. Because we're tracking that show modal property, so we'll do it in that. So if I go okay, my head's coming on together a little bit here. Get my head in the game, and that is because I am a legend. A legend, an absolute freaking legend. Okay, so Ember here. So we just annotated show modal with tracked. So we make a computed property. Let's have a look. Computed property. What I want to do is, as a side effect of computing the property, so whenever the tracked property changes, the computed property gets recomputed if it depends on that tracked property. And then what I want to do is, as a side effect of that, let's see if someone else has done it. So what I want to do is I want to do side effect and computed property Ember. Side effect. Of a computed property. Key skill of programming is just Googling. And that means being able to construct the right question. Computed property in Ember, yeah? Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Data flows, passes down. Okay, so it's kind of like React. The fact that property access could cause some side effect to occur is less than ideal. Yeah, okay, I'm not violating this principle with this idea. Okay, well, in that case, let's try searching first to find out if there's another way to do it. So I want to focus a component on show. on render. Ember. Yeah, we looked at that. Let's have a look at this. Look at this. Focusing a text field after it's been inserted. You like it to become focused. Subclass text field. Define a method on did insert element. Oh my god. How about an auto-focusing custom component? Okay, so then in that case, if I go to elements, form controls, is there anything here on focus? Edit, find. I gotta do the key mappings, man. Anything about focus in here? Nothing. My god. So dumb. In that case, let's try looking for Bulma focus, right? Focus, yo. Input. Input. Class equals input is focused. Copy. Form controls. Let's have a look at my editor. Let's go down. You got this Bulma input. Let's just try this. Wrong. Copy. Key mappings. Is focused equals true. Let's see if this does it. It's ghetto programming. Trying stuff until it works. Didn't automatically format then. Okay, let's go back here. Goodbye. This one. Rename, yo. Nah, it didn't focus it. See, I want it to show up like that because that's how it should show up, right? Am I right? Yes, I am right. And it's mutating the actual name while you're doing it. So I know what to do. I know what to do. We need to do this. Okay, so in here, I'm just doing that. What I need to do instead is I need to make one called show rename modal. And then I wrap the functionality in here. So I mediate access here. So I'll do all the side effects and the... Okay, so all I'm going to do in here is I need to set a property on here of the original name so that I can, if they hit cancel, then we can just reset it. So it will mutate it underneath, but as soon as it's going to be called original name, yo. Original nama equals this dot spell name, right? Yes. Spell name, yeah. And then I just declare this here. So declare that property. Did it infer the type? No, who cares? Okay, so then we're going to show the modal, right? Copy this, paste it in here. And then we're going to use that side effect jQuery code. History. Stack Overflow. This. This. Copy. Copy. Paste. Okay, so it's not even this, it's just dollar, dude. Yo. Like that. Save that. It's not called cat text. It's called inspect element. Yo, what is your name? Oh. Cat text. Can I give it a deterministic name? What if I just in here put ID, and I should give it a realistic name, like call it spell name, input, descriptive, input. Bleh. Okay, so copy that, and then we'll go back here and we'll just see if it actually worked. It did. Okay, so then I can go here, paste that there, save that, and then copy this, paste it here. Show rename modal, yep. New button action. Yes. Paste it there. Okay. Relizzle. Hello. Get rid of that. Choose one of these things and then go rename. Didn't work. Maybe it wasn't fast enough. Maybe it wasn't fast enough. Do this. Ghetto fix. Set timeout. Make it 1 second. We can make it shorter, but we'll just do this to start with. This should give us enough time. 1 second. Save that. Go back. Here. Rename. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so we'll make it 500 milliseconds, 300 milliseconds. Dun dun dun! Ghetto hacking. Yes. Yes. Rename. I love it. Although, okay, how do I set the cursor position to the end? Okay, so I want to Google set cursor position. Set cursor position, input, JavaScript. I've done this before. Setting keyboard caret position in a text box with JavaScript. Okay. Let's just do this. Copy. Yes. Not only do we do that, but we are also going to do this. Paste. Yeah. Okay, so x equals paste. Yes. Make this a constant because we are not going to mutate it, and I don't like variables. Paste it. Control C that, Control V it. Turn off the type checking for this. I'm just going to tell it that it'll work. Doesn't work on any thing, but any HTML element, but it will work on this. Got to insert a semicolon there. Set selection range caret. Where does caret come from? Is that the location? I don't know what the hell that is. Caret position, so just go set selection range. So actually we just do this. Yeah. So I can go const parrot equals lm.value. That value, dude. Val. I don't know. We'll try that. See if that works. Dot length. Expression's not callable. Yeah, semicolons. Ghetto. Array game. Rename array game. Oh! Yes. Killing it. Let's put a cancel box in there. Okay. Okay, so all I need to do then is on the OK click. Imperative programming, man. There's nothing wrong with imperative programming, dude. Yeah. There's just no way around it, really. If you actually want your code to do something in the DOM, show modal equals false. And then I save that, right? Now the other thing I need to do is I need to put the cancel button on there. So if I go to here, go into the editor, go in here, we got this one here which is click modal OK. So I'm gonna copy that and then paste it, click modal cancel. Okay, is danger true? And then we just say cancel. So is danger. That's interesting. It doesn't have the text on there. It says okay. What do you mean it doesn't match the modal? Because the action doesn't exist? Bulma button doesn't match Bulma modal. Well, let's go back to the documentation for the modal. Components, modal, yeah. Oh, what, can you only have one button on a modal? No. With close. Include the close button. There's no cancel button. Oh, I see. That's what I've done. Here I was going, where's that OK come from? Right there. So we should Control C that, Control V yo, and then type in here. The text on that one should be cancel. Yep, save that. I think I must have hit sufficient caffeine to be kind of in the zone right now. Assertion, click modal cancel was not found. So I gotta Control C this, yo. Go here, click modal OK, create a new action on this thing. I'm glad I didn't switch to a different framework or I would be feeling a whole lot of different pain right now and not making any progress. Click modal cancel. Okay, so when they click the modal cancel, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go this.spellname. This.spellname equals this.original spellname. This.original name, boom, and this show modal equals false. Like a boss! Reload. Yes. Cancel. Let's go here, admin. rename admin. We're going to rename it to that. Click OK. Yes, rename admin. Take this stuff off. Admin. Click OK on that. Rename admin. Cancel. Now the only other thing is that if I go like this and then click here, it's accepted it. It should cancel it. So if we go back here, it says on close. Oof. I wonder if I can do this. Copy this and then do this. Let's try that. Nope, didn't like it because it's got that. Let's try it again. Close. Okay, go here. Start the renaming process and then go like that. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Good. I just renamed it. Should I, if I click OK, should that save it? Yeah, the rename action will have to save. Make a note to self. Click modal OK. Okay. At to do. Rename should save. What a boss. So rename should save. Save. Like a boss. Okay, that's it for today. Oof. Is that enough for you? Man. Okay, let's do this. Git remove. Minus R, double minus cached, ched cached, and then it should be the dot VS Code. Goodbye. So then we should also add all those changes. Go to git ignore. Close the node module, so we don't need that. Git ignore. And we should git ignore everything that's in the VS Code directory. Go back here, add that, and go working modal. Yay! I think it was the combination of the caffeine and the correct soundtrack that did this. That's the source of my effectiveness in this little episode. Now, according to my calculations, if I continue at this rate, this thing will never be finished. So I'm gonna have to do like a crushing code session on this thing. New. Oh. Okay. I think I'm going to have to change this so that it's not directly mutating that name. It's going to have to mutate some other name and then replace the existing name with it. Yeah, that's how we're going to have to do it. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to do a crushing code session on this thing where I do like 6 hours non-stop just to make it happen. Because you can see now I've been coding for 2 hours. I've just got my head in the zone. And now I'm going to stop. It's going to take me that long to get myself back, especially if I wait another week. So I'm going to need to do it before then. Maybe this evening. And then I got this error in the Zeebe library that someone's asking for help with. He's working on it now. It was 3 hours ago. So I might context switch to that and then switch back to us later and crush it. Make it happen. Database saving is the next thing. Okay, that's it for the stream for now though. I'll be back.